A wonder that was saved by miraculous conditions. Incredible comebacks up and down. Near upsets, everything else. But we have to start with the many, many different layers of Ohio State 17, Notre Dame 14. It comes down to the very final, not the very final play of regulation. They end up putting one more second on the clock. But Ohio State comes out and they score a touchdown after marching down the field, converting on the 4th down and long. And I want to start here because we're going to do tomorrow's top 25 today, projecting the new rankings coming up in a little bit. But do you think that this is the individual best win of the 2023 season? Ohio State going into Notre Dame Stadium and getting this victory. Is this better than Texas going into Bryant-Denny and beating Alabama? Is this the best win that we've got so far?
No.
Okay. What's the best win?
It's not. Notre Dame still can't throw the ball outside the numbers. Like I think Texas going in. No, seriously. Look what Bama's defense did today. Guys, I'm serious. Like I have this win like third, I think. Florida State also blew out LSU to open the season. Like just because it's the most recent doesn't mean it's the best. Sorry.
Yeah, but LSU barely beat Arkansas.
I don't think that beating LSU on a neutral field is the same as going into Notre Dame Stadium and storming back at the very end and getting that win. Like, I think that Ohio State answered a ton of questions.
Why are we convinced Notre Dame's that great? Do we watch NC State on Friday night?
Why are we convinced Ohio State's that great? They barely beat Notre Dame, and according to you, Notre Dame sucks.
Yeah,
I don't think Notre Dame sucks. I think they're a good football team, but I don't think they're like special. I don't think they're like a playoff team.
Well, they just nearly beat Ohio State. I mean, I don't know. No, I don't think this is the best win of the season either. I still think Texas's win over Alabama is the best win on paper. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just it's a big win. It is. I mean, here's the thing. If Ohio State had lost, I mean, we already talked about over the offseason, and it's picking up steam. They have to beat Michigan, Ryan Day, hot seat, blah, blah, blah. Had they lost this game, that would have just turned it up another notch with Michigan being undefeated, Penn State being undefeated. There would have been a lot more pressure on Ryan Day. And considering the way Ryan Day really seemed to take what Lou Holtz said so personally.
Oh, that was fantastic.
I wonder if he's kind of feeling it a little bit.
Do we have that?
Teed up?
What Day said and what Lou said? Yeah.
Oh, I don't have what Lou said teed up. No, the Ryan Day is like, I wonder what Lou Holtz is thinking now. I'm really red in the face, and I'm talking really fast because I'm really hyped up. I haven't been this hyped up about a football game since the Peach Bowl against Georgia. Yeah, no, I'll tell you what, man. Between Ryan Day and Dabo Swinney, we saw some people coaching their ass off today. Feeling that heat. No, so I thought that the way things unfolded for Kyle McCord throughout that second half was like an incredible learning experience for a young quarterback who's in a very, very difficult position. I thought that Ryan Day, who has, got this, like, he's got the joystick reputation. Is that fair? Like everyone believes it's like, oh, you step into Ryan Day's system. Yeah. He's going to like throw out a bunch of 5-star wide receivers and you just need to go joystick it. He did a smart move of being able to try and, put his guy in the position. And then I loved the final play call. Have you seen the screenshots? And again, we are coming to you live, like 11:30 p.m. Eastern time, as we always do. Did Notre Dame really only have 10 men on the field for the final play?
I haven't seen it or counted it myself, but that is the scuttlebutt. And I know that Marcus Freeman was asked about it at the end. And given that Marcus Freeman explained the reason they didn't run somebody out there was because they were afraid they were going to pick up a penalty, which, okay.
Like half a yard.
Kind of suggests that, we were afraid to get the half the distance to the goal penalty from the one. But it's granted, touchdown on the line. I guess that half yard does kind of count in some way, but it's just, I feel like an 11th player would have counted more. But yeah, I don't know. There were some weird decisions at the end of the game by both coaches. Like
what?
If Freeman didn't send the guy out there, leaving a man short on a fourth and game play from the one pretty much. And then I have no idea why Ohio State kicked the point after. You're up 2. If Notre Dame blocks that kick and returns it, it's a safety. just get under center, snap, and kneel. You don't need that point. You were only putting the game at risk by even attempting the kick.
Yeah, Tom's totally right on that. The end around also was I don't know if it's a terrible call because I think they did anticipate them bunching up to try to stop the run in between the tackles, but Notre Dame played that beautifully. Like Notre Dame's defense played its ass off tonight, man, and the offense just let them down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think that's the offense Benjamin Morrison is good. Benjamin Morrison's a very, very good player, and he had to go up against Marvin Harrison, like hobbled ankle or whatever. He did a tremendous job in that spot. Are you talking about the Emeka Buka 4th down try?
Yeah.
I'm going to push back against their offense sucked. They averaged 5.5 yards per play. Ohio State averaged 5.6. The problem with Notre Dame was they're like, we're going to be super aggressive and we're going to go for it on every 4th down. And then they're just handing off up the middle on 4th. It's I don't know. They didn't get the yards when they needed it. I don't think the offense sucked overall. I thought they played pretty well for the most part. They just didn't finish drives, but neither did Ohio State. That was just the game. The defense is just bowed up in the red zone every single time. It kicked everybody out of the end zone. So I don't know, man. I understand the receivers didn't have great games, but I don't think that means the offense sucked.
I wasn't impressed. I mean, you scored 14 points. You held Ohio State with Marvin Harrison and Egbuka to 17. You get Marvin Harrison hurt right now. Obviously, like he played a little more, but he was not quite the same after the injury. And you can't score 17 or 20 points. Like that's pretty pathetic, honestly. Now, credit to Ohio State's defense. We talked all week. We thought they were better. We thought they were improved. I thought Notre Dame's defense played a hell of a game, and I did think the offense sucked. 14 points at home against Ohio State's defense. That's not good enough.
Then the Ohio State offense sucked, too.
You could have done that with the guy last year.
But then why aren't you saying Ohio State's offense sucked?
I didn't think they were very good either. I thought both defenses played really well, but 14 points at home is pretty crappy.
Agreed. But it's still a lot better than Iowa.
Yeah, I don't know. There were a lot of grindy games today, man. Like that's bad
old-fashioned football.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard to get out there and score some points. Last year was 21-10. This year was 17-14. Like it was every single snap of this game was incredibly competitive, and I thought played at a high level. Yeah. Like we've got coaching decisions to nitpick. There were plays that were incredibly pivotal, but I walked out of the game from downstairs to upstairs to record this. But I walked away from it just saying you know what? Both those teams probably are going to be in the playoff mix in November.
I think Notre Dame's done in the playoff mix. They're not going to have an opportunity to win a conference title.
But you're trying to game theory this way down the line. I'm just saying, do you think that they have the quality to be a top 8, top 9 team the rest of the season?
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't think they have the path to have a top 4 resume without the conference title availability.
Okay.
So that's top 10 quality team. Absolutely. With that defense, with that run game. Yeah. One play of more than 25 yards on the night. It's not really going to get it done, guys. Like the very best teams in the sport can hit explosive plays and grind it out. Just, man, they were so close. Like they failed to put both together,
I'm pissed off because there were 15 possessions in this game. If you don't count the 2 at the end of the halves, 12 of them ended in opponent territory. And these jerks only scored 31 points.
Oh, I forgot we've got the overtaker over here. Was this a lock fight too?
Yeah, it was a bar fight.
Yeah.
Only 4 combined tackles for loss. Like it wasn't like the defensive lines dominated this. They just the quarterback play and more quarterback play for Ohio State. I thought more receiver play for the Irish kind of kept the defenses in this really well, and the defenses covered well for the most part on both sides. And there weren't wide open guys being missed for the most part. It was a good defensive ball game.
I watched way too much football. We'll get to Ole Miss, Alabama later. I watched way too much football today with teams who did not finish drives. It was a very good and fun day overall, but man, I was exposed to some crappy offense inside the 20.
Hey, yeah, let's professionalize amateurs. I'll tell you what they do is they don't finish drives.
Notre Dame did run the ball pretty well, though.
Yeah.
39 for 176. You take out the 1 sack, obviously. I think if you're Michigan watching this, like, all right, it's not all fixed. We think we could run the football against these guys. It's not all fixed. Just to totally spin this forward.
That assumes Michigan's woken up by late November.
Yeah, I mean, they could, but like they'll be super fresh because they only run like 7 plays a game.
And again, I'm going to sit here just like dug in. Notre Dame's a really good football team. The fact that they ran the ball for 176 is probably because they've got a really good running game. And that like Audric Estime was not even individually like the one who was able to take it over. They cycled in backs and they were able to still get out there and get some hard yards in important spots. We'll see.